we are on to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm going to be showing you these in chronological order. So we're going to first start this one off with Phase 1. We're going to set it off with the movie that set the Marvel Cinematic Universe off, and that is the 2008 Iron Man. Directed by Jon Favreau, starring Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Terrence Howard, and Jeff Bridges. This movie set the standard for how the Marvel Cinematic Universe would continue going forward. No one had faith in Robert Downey Jr. at the time because he was a little questionable at the time, but he shut everybody up after they saw his performance in this movie. It was fantastic. This is my Ultimate 2-disc DVD collection. This has nearly 4 hours of exciting new special features, as it says on the cover. I like this one so much because the cover is actually die cut. So underneath you do have Tony Stark, aka Robert Downey Jr. Love how this came out. This was, I mean, there's so many special features on here. They do mean 4 hours. Normally they put that on there and a lot of it's just filler. This goes into the history of the Iron Man in the Marvel comic books, how Robert Downey Jr. got cast, and the making of it, including how they made the armor. Say what you will about Robert Downey Jr., love him or hate him, but this was fantastic. Plus, it had the greatest post-credit scene, I think, out of any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. That is when Nick Fury comes in and says, you know, you think you're the only hero, and tells him about the Avengers Initiative. Now, I believe in 2020, they're going to be releasing the Infinity War Saga, which is all, I believe it's 22 Marvel movies in a box set collection. In that collection, they're going to show you a deleted scene or a refilmed scene from Iron Man, which is the post-credit scene with Nick Fury. But in that one, he actually mentions gamma radiation, people bitten by radioactive bugs, and mutants. So it shows that even during the very first movie, they had plans on hopefully getting Spider-Man and the X-Men in there. Gotta love that. But this is the Ultimate 2-disc DVD edition. Next, I do also have the Blu-ray. Exact same thing. It's the Ultimate 2-disc collection. Really nothing new to it. It's just a high-definition Blu-ray edition. You have the same undercover. Yeah. Same back. So it's basically just an improved version of it. That is your Blu-ray Ultimate 2-disc edition. Now, these two I love. These are probably two of my favorites in my Iron Man collection. That is the die-cut headpiece. I don't know really how you want to call them. I call them like headpieces because there's a lot of different movies that have done similar packaging like this. Not only did Iron Man do it, but they did it for The Dark Knight. They did it for, I believe, one of the Harry Potter movies, Transformers, and Watchmen. But I love the way this looks, and I did say, maybe alluded to, that there was more than one. You have the red and gold armor, and then you have the Mach 1. For the longest time when I first got this, I thought this was War Machine, but you gotta remember, War Machine did not appear in the first movie. So you have your Mach 1, and then you have your red and gold armor, which probably Mark 3. But I love these. These are, again, Ultimate 2-disc edition, so nothing different, just really cool packaging. But those are my two Ultimate 2-disc headpiece Iron Man editions on DVD. And then finally for Iron Man, I have this one. Again, it's a DVD, but this is the Iron Man 2-pack, including an exclusive premiere of the Iron Man Armored Adventures animated series where he was a kid. Not one of my favorites, not one of their best, in my opinion, again. But one of the things that they did do in Iron Man Armored Adventures, sorry about the trucks rolling by, I got an open window. They did have Black Panther. I believe they had Doctor Doom in this as well. So they did kind of integrate the Marvel Universe. And I think Nick Fury appeared in it as well. And there's the back of it. Again, showing you the Armored Adventure. I believe there's one episode in here. But you do also get a gallery from the movie, a soundtrack sampler, a lot of really little features that you don't get in a regular DVD. But this is a one disc extended. We have a few deleted extended scenes in it, but it's a one disc collection. And that is my Iron Man 2-pack. We're on to the 2008 The Incredible Hulk. This movie was directed by Lewis Latimer, starring Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, Tim Roth, and the great William Hurt. Most people forget that this is a part of the cinematic universe. This movie actually connects Iron Man with this movie with the post-credits scene. It's the only thing that really connects it with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you don't know what that post-credit is, look it up on YouTube, or if you have the movie, watch the movie again. The movie was actually pretty good. I will give Edward Norton credit. He played a really good Bruce Banner. Can't beat Mark Ruffalo, I'm sorry. Mark Ruffalo embodied the character more, and I'm pretty sure all the stars are happier to have Ruffalo instead of Norton. He was notorious for wanting to rewrite his own scenes and have a hand in editing. Some actors just need to learn to just act. But this movie was actually pretty good. I mean, you saw the struggle he was having with maintaining his cool and his calm and all the things he did, you know, doing meditation, having the watch that monitored his heart rate. They really went into the character. But this movie also introduced the Abomination. Tim Roth actually becomes the Abomination in this film, and they actually do fight at the end. So I'm a real big fan of this movie. The Hulk looked really good in this one. It's the second time he's been on the big screen. First one was with Ang Lee. Exactly. And this one actually improved his look, the way he came across. Just a really great film all in all. Now this is my DVD widescreen edition. This one is a one disc collection. Been in better shape. My cat got a hold of it and ate it. But there's the Abomination right there. Doesn't look like the comic book. Never usually does, but he still was a really good character played by Tim Roth. And that is my widescreen DVD edition. Next, I have the 3-disc special edition. This one comes with an alternate opening, which actually again connects it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because in the beginning, Bruce Banner goes to the mountains, and it's like, I'm not sure if it's the Alps or wherever he's at, but he tries to shoot himself. Fortunately, as he tries to shoot himself, he becomes the Hulk, and the Hulk destroys the gun and knocks him off a mountain. Now, very, very small, it's hard to see, but you see Captain America's shield. So the Hulk is actually one of the first people to discover Captain America after he was frozen. Most people don't know that. So again, it's connected to the cinematic universe. With this edition, I do have the wonderful little embossed slipcover. Definitely like this version better than the original, the first one I showed you. But this one comes with an alternate opening, as I said, but on the 3rd disc is basically a digital copy. Not a fan of DVD digital copies because 99% of the time they just did not work. But this is my 3-disc special edition of The Incredible Hulk. I do have it on Blu-ray. Gotta have an HD copy of this one. Exact same as what I just showed you before, just in a high def version. I think it has a few extra special features, particularly for the Blu-ray. Comes with a comic book gallery, Thunderbolt Ross files. But I really think for 90% of it, it's the exact same as a DVD copy. Because this one also comes with a separate digital copy on a disc. As I said before, not the greatest thing they could have done, but it was the early days of digital copy. Can't be mad about it. But this is the Blu-ray edition of The Incredible Hulk. One of the few I have in the early rounds in a steelbook. I was late in the game on getting into steelbooks. It's almost impossible to find a lot of the Phase 1 original ones. They're just too expensive, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay $100 for a case. Just not happening. Now this one, I'm not sure if it was a Walgreens, Target, or Best Buy release. This is basically one of the lower end versions. You could get this on sale for maybe $5 to $10. But I'm happy to have a steelbook of The Incredible Hulk. This is the limited edition, mainly because of the steelbook. All your special features are right here. You can see that. Everything's the exact same. It's just a nice cover for it. That's the thing with steelbooks. They are nice to look at, but they usually don't add anything extra to the movie. But this is the Incredible Hulk limited edition steelbook. And then finally, I do have this 3-disc Target exclusive. This is basically the exact, almost the exact same as this one. It just has a nice cool case to it. Flip it over so you can see that. I mean, really, you are getting the exact same thing as you got in the regular DVD. But with this one, it has a nice clear see-through case. Careful though, it can crack on you, so be careful how you store this. Don't put anything on top of it that's really heavy. This will split on you. You do get, again, a digital copy of the Incredible Hulk, but this is really why you bought it. I mean, I know a lot of you are looking at this going like, that's it, that's what you get. But yeah, it's cool. For Marvel fans, for superhero fans, for toy fans, this is cool to have. I just love the way that looks. Whoop. Everything is on the back. And then you have your regular DVD and the bonus disc right there. That is going to be your Incredible Hulk 3-disc Target exclusive. Next we have Iron Man 2. This movie came out in 2010, directed once again by Jon Favreau, with Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow returning. Unfortunately, Terrence Howard did not return, but Don Cheadle came back as James Rhodes. Now this movie actually has a lot of great things to it. People say this is one of the worst in there. I don't agree. This movie also had Mickey Rourke coming in as Whiplash. Samuel L. Jackson was Nick Fury. And we also get the first appearance as Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. So little by little, they're building up the Avengers. And I love how they do it as a slow burn. They don't just throw everybody in there, DC. It's a divisive movie. I agree, out of the 3 Iron Man movies, this one is unfortunately the weaker of them. But I still enjoy watching this movie. But it also has Sam Rockwell in here. Now, I can't remember offhand what his character's name was. If I can, I'll put it down below, because I have a feeling he's going to be coming back. Since the little switch up with Sony and DC, having that disagreement and that separation, he may come back as a formidable foe. But this one is I believe it's a 1-disc collection. Has just almost no special features. But there's Scarlett Jo. Gotta love Scarlett Jo. But this one is Iron Man 2, the DVD. I also have it on Blu-ray. Now this is a Blu-ray DVD digital copy edition. Has over 3 hours of bonus features. Again, this digital copy is on a separate disc. I don't understand why they do that. Why should I do? I said it earlier. It's in the early stages of digital copies, so they gave it to you on a disc. As you see, nice slipcover. And I like the fact that it's slightly different. This is actually the cover from the DVD, but it has a nice embossed slipcover for it. Loving this. That is Iron Man 2. Alright, we are on to the God of Thunder himself, Thor. This movie came out in 2011, directed by Kenneth Branagh. But yes, the Shakespearean actor himself came in and directed this wonderful movie. This is one of my favorites. This is a movie that no one, including myself, thought would be any good. But it blew my mind how good this was. This one is on levels with Iron Man, in my opinion. I love this introduction to a cocky, arrogant hero who gets basically kicked down to earth, gets humbled, learns to be a true hero, of what it takes to be a hero, and at the end of it come out just as true God of Thunder that he should be. This movie introduced us to Chris Hemsworth. It has Natalie Portman in it. Tom Hiddleston playing Loki, who I will say outshines everybody in this movie as again Loki. But a fun fact, Tom Hiddleston actually auditioned to play Thor, and so did Chris Hemsworth's younger brother. But you just gotta admit, Chris Hemsworth is Thor. But it also has Stellan Skarsgård, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Ray Stevenson, Colm Feore, Idris Elba is in this movie, Kate Dennings, and Renee Russo and Anthony Hopkins. I mean, Odin is played by Anthony Hopkins, people. Enough said. This movie is fantastic, and this was again showing the talent that Marvel was looking for to make sure that these movies weren't a joke. Unlike the 70s and 80s where they just gave the rights away to anyone who would pay them, they brought all these characters in-house and showed just how great these characters truly are. This is just a one-disc collection on DVD. I do know there's a lot of other versions out there. I will be getting them in the future, but I'm so happy to have this one in my collection, and this is Thor. Next, I have the Blu-ray. Now, this one is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy version. It says it has over an hour of bonus features. I think there's actually more than that, but I love the fact that it has the slipcover. Fantastic. All the same features on here. Again, the DVD is the digital copy. You have that. I also have this version, which is basically just a different slipcover. Exact same movie, nothing different to it. A friend of mine had this and he said, hey, I know you like these, so he gave it to me. I didn't even realize it was a different slipcover until I got it home. So very happy to have this. Everything else is the same. It's just a new slipcover. And that is your Thor limited edition slipcover. And finally for Thor, I do have the 3D edition. I love the 3D editions, even though I don't have a 3D player. I have almost all of the Marvel Cinematic movies in 3D. And this one just looks, actually the quality of the Blu-ray is better than the other two editions I showed you. And again, all the same things, except instead of it just being a Blu-ray DVD digital copy, this has the 3D edition to it. So you have about the slipcover and the back. And that is going to be my Thor movie collection. In 2011, we were introduced to Captain America: The First Avenger. This movie was directed by Joe Johnston, starring Chris Evans, who you may remember as the Human Torch in the Tim Story directed Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. In those movies, he was definitely more of the comedic character, but in this, he goes complete opposite. He goes straight dramatic, and he is fantastic in this movie. He actually turned the role down at least 3 times before accepting it, which shows that Marvel could tell talent when they see it and they weren't going to let him go. This movie also starred Tommy Lee Jones, Hugo Weaving, Haley Atwell, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Dominic Cooper as Tony Stark's father. Hit me in that comment section below if you remember what his father's name is. It also had Stanley Tucci in this film. I mean, this is just a testament to the quality of actors that they are looking to get for their movies. They're not just going to throw anybody in these roles. And this movie takes place completely in the 40s during World War II. It's only at the end of the movie that we transition to present day that leads us directly into the Avengers. I love this film so much. I am a World War II fanatic, and I was really hoping when they introduced this that they would at least touch on his history during the war. We get a whole movie for it. So he is truly a man out of time. Now this is a DVD 1-disc collection, but it has one special feature on here that I truly love. Right there, the assembly begins. This is a build-up to the Avengers movie. This is fantastic. Marvel just showed they were ready to come out swinging. And this is the DVD 1-disc edition of Captain America: The First Avenger. I have to have it on Blu-ray. I have to have an HD copy of this film. Definitely one of my favorite movies. I think the Captain America movies in general are my favorite in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I think I even put these on par with Infinity War. But this one is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy edition with the wonderful slipcover. All the features are the same. So that is the Blu-ray edition of Captain America, the first Avenger. And I am so happy to have this particular edition in my collection. This is the Best Buy Steelbook. Now there are so many other Steelbooks that had come out years before this. Best Buy did start releasing all the movies on Blu-ray. On Steelbook, I should say. I hopefully will be able to get them, but I had to at least get this. This is my favorite of the Blu-rays that they have released in a Steelbook in this new edition. I know I'm talking a lot, but it's just an amazing Steelbook. It looks great. It's not embossed. It's actually not even a matte finish, so it gives it a more older look since it is a movie is based during the war. All the features are the same, but with this one now we actually get your digital copy that you could just upload instead of having to put it on a disc. The back of it, just love the Steelbook. But that is going to be my Captain America, the First Avenger collection. Here we are, guys. The culmination of 4 years. We have the 2012 Joss Whedon directed The Avengers. This has everybody that's been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe films in one movie. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark / Iron Man. Chris Evans as Steve Rogers, Captain America. Mark Ruffalo, first time seeing him as Bruce Banner / the Hulk, and he blew it out the water. We get Chris Hemsworth coming back as Thor. Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. And one thing I did not mention is that in Thor, Jeremy Renner makes his first appearance as Hawkeye. I don't know why I forgot it at that time, but yes, Jeremy Renner first appeared as Hawkeye in Thor. You get Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. You get Stellan Skarsgård coming back. I probably butchered his name again. Clark Gregg coming back as Agent Coulson. Colby Smulders is back in this film. It's a masterpiece. This movie I remember seeing in the theater, and the audience was fantastic, clapping at the right points, you know, quiet during the rest, so you never felt like you weren't understanding what was going on in the film. This was an experience, guys. Now, this one is my 3D Blu-ray DVD digital copy and music collection. That's right, you get the soundtrack with this one as well. It has a beautiful lenticular cover. Not sure how well that's coming up, but love this one. I thought I had the regular Blu-ray. I may have it somewhere, but I just didn't find it. But this one, as you can see, disc 1 is the 3D edition. Disc 2, move a little closer for you. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray feature plus bonus features. 3 is the DVD plus bonus features. And 4, again, the digital copy on a disc. Love this film. Love how this just set everything in motion. The ending that we see Thanos letting us know we are eventually going to be getting the Infinity War. How can you not love this film? I can watch this film all day long. This is the 2012 The Avengers. I also have this edition. Now this is from Best Buy. This one is the illuminated 3D lenticular box set, gift set. Call it what you will, but I'm not sure how well it's going to come off, but it actually does light up. So I'm going to try and close these shades at the end to show you just how well it lights up. But this one actually comes with a $30 Sideshow collectible gift card. That's the back or the bottom of it, with again the 3D edition. And I'll turn it over. This is actually pretty heavy, because not only do you get the 3D edition, you also get a character guidebook. And this is heavy. This is a hardcover edition running through the Avenger characters. Go a little bit closer for you. It has a litho card, it's just a really cool edition, and I'm not lying. This thing is heavy. See if I can actually open it for you. Just slips right off. Open it up. And there is, whoops, if it will come out, the litho card with your 4 major characters. The Ultimate Guide book. As you can see, this is a hardcover edition, pretty thick too. Just open up a random page. Hey, well, you know, Iron Man and Iron Patriot. You know, really good edition. I would value this at probably about $10. Then you have the gift card. Beautiful images. Black Widow. Again, it lights up and it lets you know that you can change the batteries out, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do pretty soon. I've had this for a few years. I'm going to need to do that. And then there is the 3D edition right there. I love these. These are really cool because it's something different, something special to have with your edition. You know, something that you don't see in a lot of people's collection. I think I paid $20 for this used. I do want to get a brand new sealed copy of it as well, but this is my Avengers Illuminated 3D Lenticular gift set exclusive to Best Buy. When I come back, I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit and I'm going to show you my final Phase 1 edition. Hold on. Here it is, folks, the Phase 1 Avengers Assembled limited edition. This one is a suitcase steelbook case. It includes a motion activated glowing tesseract. Where is that? Not sure if you can see, but that glows. Unfortunately, as I'm filming this, it got cloudy outside, so hopefully you're able to see everything as well as it should be. Not, I might have to tweak a little bit on the editing, but this movie is a 10-disc 6-movie collection. As it says, you get Iron Man, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, and Marvel's The Avengers, with an exclusive sneak peek at Iron Man 3 leading us into Phase 2. I haven't opened this one up yet. I will put up an image hopefully right now of what you get inside of it, but one of the things I love, not only do you get the movies, but you get the 3D edition of Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, and the Avengers. This shows you what you're going to get. When the briefcase opens up, you get the Tesseract in there just like it was in the movie. You get a dossier on all the characters, a new cover for each of the pieces on there with some beautiful artwork on there. I mean, it's just amazing all the things you get on here. So to be specific, it says you get a full-fledged SHIELD operative. You are now a full-fledged SHIELD operative. You get the top-level security clearance for each of the characters. You get the Tesseract, and you also get a lot more behind-the-scenes features on these characters. There's a Phase 1 archive bonus disc in here, showing never-before bonus features, extended scenes, featurettes. I love this thing to death. I am a big Marvel fan right now. I'm loving the fact that we get serious, well-written, well-acted movies. This is the Cinematic Universe Phase 1 Avengers Assembled Limited Edition 10-disc 6-movie collection. Stay tuned. I have one more thing to show you at the end of this that actually, in my opinion, deserves to be a part of Phase 1. Alright, we are on to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the complete first season. This is a direct tie-in to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the first time we actually get a Marvel series on TV that links itself to the movies. Unfortunately, as the series goes on, it doesn't connect itself anymore. It kind of separates. But this TV show, I should say, has important pieces to it because in the Avengers movie, Agent Coulson dies. He completely dies. He is the reason why the Avengers actually assemble and go after Loki. In this one, we find out he's not dead. It also has, in the first episode, Kobe Smulders returning as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and I can never remember what her character's name is. So hit me in that comment section below and let me know what that is. But in the final episode, we get Samuel L. Jackson coming back as Nick Fury as well. So it definitely has that direct connection to it. We get introduced to Deathlock. Unfortunately, they don't really do a lot with Marvel characters. If they do, they're really obscure characters that may have appeared in the S.H.I.E.L.D. comic book series. But if you're not a comic book fan, you're not going to know that. And even if you're a diehard fan, you may not remember a lot of these characters because they weren't major supervillains. They weren't super powered. They were kind of spy espionage type villains. This does have the wonderful slipcover. You see all your characters there. Will not lie, I kind of turned off on S.H.I.E.L.D. now. They're in their final season, which is going to debut this fall in 2019. The bonus features in this one you do end up getting, and I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it. Journey into the SDCC, basically the actors going to the convention to reveal the S.H.I.E.L.D. The first episode, I believe, of S.H.I.E.L.D. You got the Marvel Studios Assemble Universe. Basically, it just goes deeper into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and shows just how connected this show is to it. You also get 5 behind-the-scenes field reports. It's basically just letting you know about the characters that are coming into it. Special effects and bloopers, deleted scenes, things like that. This is the only season of S.H.I.E.L.D. that I have right now. I'm not in a hurry to get the rest because, like I said, they just had so much potential, but they kind of fell flat to me. Could have had obscure superhero characters like Deathlock in there, but he seemed to be the only one. Later on, you did get the Absorbing Man, and they do bring the Inhumans into it, but we all know how that ended. It didn't end well. But this is the complete first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that did come on ABC, and that is going to do it for me for my Phase 1 Marvel Cinematic Universe.